The national jobs report is actually good news because we've added 230,000 private sector jobs. The total net was 216,000 job gain, and that's on top of 190,000 from the month before. And it shows that recovery is moving along at a steady pace. It's not a really robust recovery that would probably see 300,000 to 400,000 jobs, but it's still pretty good. And of course, from the prior figure, we saw that Connecticut gained 5,400 jobs in February. So I'm hopeful that we'll see a similar figure, or maybe even a little better in March for Connecticut, which would be really good news for people here.
Are there any indicators of what we'll see in Connecticut at this point?
Well, it's sort of tough to gauge from the national, but we have been hearing from employers that they do have hiring plans, and we have seen some of the help wanted sites, the online help wanted sites, see some more business. And so, I am hopeful. We still have a long way to go. We lost about 116,000 jobs in the recession. We've gained back a little over 30, so there's still a ways to go, same on the national level, but at least it appears that we're going in the right direction.
In Connecticut, is there any kind of industry in general that you feel like is recovering more, quickly than another? Or?
Well, just as the national report here shows, the health and education areas and business services seem to be doing better than others. But even in Connecticut, we're seeing manufacturing jobs come back. Things like construction are still having a tough time because, of course, the housing market's still in rough shape.
What do you think Connecticut needs to do to just make sure it continues on this path? Is there?
Well, the most critical thing is to create an environment that businesses feel confident in making investments. If businesses are confident that they can make investments, then those investments in turn create jobs. So that's really the key thing. And so it's important that, particularly in areas that we can control, like public policy, that the legislature and the governor work together to make sure that Connecticut really is open for business, not just in words, but in action.
Connecticut in general, with the past 2 years, has it been pretty, standard with the national average of things, or has it been different in any way? Connecticut's
Well, we were a little later getting into the recession, and we were a little later getting out of the recession. And so, we've been pretty close to the national, but generally below until recently. And so, our last unemployment rate was 9%. This one shows the U.S. at 8.8. Hopefully, we'll see the U.S. and Connecticut both come down in future months. The encouraging thing with the national figure was, even though more people entered the workforce, the unemployment rate still came down. So that is progress.